Thanks for clicking on the Ochanos channel. We cover daily trending videos using various social media platforms trending in the United States for the day. Basically, I'm going to go into a little bit of a deeper dive into some of the false narratives that I see that are happening across the internet. So let's check out this video and then we'll dive into it a little bit.
I literally just did grocery shopping right at Whole Foods, and look at this. Look at this. Guess how much this is? Okay, this. It's an apple. It's called a sugar beet apple, apparently. And look at it. The size of my palm. I thought it was probably just like $2 to $3. I scanned this mother effer. I scanned it. $7. 7. Literally, the moment I scanned it, I was like, wait, what? Because the thing is, I had to wait.
Okay, so at that point, I was shocked. I was like, "Wow, man! Like $7." And just in case if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, basically, I'm blind, so I don't drive. I don't go out shopping. I don't do any of that stuff. So I was shocked, and I was like, $7, dude. Have I been out of circulation that long to where things are that crazy?
And it was
I
like
sent it to my wife.
And I waited, and then there was like one of the staff members, I was like, excuse me, is this actually $7? And she like input all her information. She was like, yeah, it's $7. Genuinely, what economy are we living in that it costs $7 to buy an apple? I could have sworn like some other apple that I bought from here was $7. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like $7 for a latte? Okay. This apple better be tasting so good, because I was just maybe an apple. I was like, oh my god, maybe I want apple with peanut butter and cinnamon. This apple.
I did do some research on it. I function for it. So let me read this to you, what I pulled up at Grok. The video in the X post shows a woman at Whole Foods in Boston, Massachusetts, reacting in shock to a single organic sugar beet apple, scanning for about $7, likely due to its weight at $3.99 to $4.99 a pound for that premium variety, though she claimed it rang up higher. This is fruit apple, not Apple Inc. stock, okay? The post and video are clearly about grocery prices. So it's a grocery channel from TikTok. The original TikTok video went viral in April of 2024, almost 2 years ago from now, sparking debate about inflation and Whole Foods pricing. The X post from February 14, 2026 is a repost of that older clip. Now, I'm not saying anything about Genius Tech, okay? Genius Tech, I follow Genius Tech, and it's a lot of really, really good content. Now, this episode, because the question was asked, okay, the post from Genius Tech is about a question, right? And it says, would you pay $7 for a single apple? That was it. That was the question. Now, this episode is about how, and I'm not blaming Genius Tech's platform, TikTok, is famous for negative talk, opposing values. This is going to definitely go through on TikTok, and it's going to be pushed in the algorithm on X. So is X to blame? Because no, X is not to blame. X, it's the people. If they interact with the content, it's going to be pushed. Shown, this was viewed or 5 times. Is that 5 times? Five times. But the original post, if we go to Genius Tech, 9,871 views. A lot of that may be because this person has a lot of followers. Yeah, because I have content that's on YouTube. Yeah, if I make shorts, this would be considered a short for YouTube standards, right? I make shorts and I get, 18,000, 15,000, 20,000 views. That's common. My average is about 500 views. on YouTube. I'm gonna show another example of what people are being fed or what people are believing and pushing. And my question is to you all is who's doing it? Who's pushing these values and views? Is it another government? Is it the platforms themselves? Or is it like an opposing party, like Democratic Party, Communist Party? That's that's my question. Okay, we're looking at something from Alpha Fox. This was posted 17 minutes ago. This bill impacts my ability to be with kids. And that is the highlight of this. Check out this
My name is
video.
Bridget Bandit, and
My name is I've never heard of this person, never seen this person in my entire life. Check it
hello.
out.
My name is Bridget Bandit, and I'm speaking in opposition to SB 18. I'm a born and raised Texan and full-time drag queen. Previously, I've worked with children throughout my life as a swim instructor, teaching summer art camps, hosting children's birthday parties, and volunteering in my church as a youth group leader. Today,
Okay, there's this girl right here. Is she looking at her? Is she looking at this hair? What is she looking at? Why does she seem so happy? It's like she's seeing a clown
I
or
occasionally
something.
host drag queen story times. These kinds of events don't differ much from the kind of work I did before, yet this bill would impact my ability to work with children simply based on a subjective and ill-defined expectation of how I should look.
Okay, so what bill? Let's see. No one in their right mind would want you around their kids. Good. Okay, let's check it out with Grok. Okay, so this is what I pulled up from Grok. The X-Post quotes a drag queen testimony against Texas Senate Bill 18, which would withhold state funding from libraries hosting Drag Story. Okay, really? Drag Story Hour sarcastically endorsing the restrictions as protective for children. SB 18 mirrors prior Texas efforts like the 2023 SB 12 challenged in court for First Amendment violations, highlighting ongoing tensions between free expression and child protection laws. Okay, so that is there. I reposted that. Now, so this is obviously this is divisive, right? And I'm not saying that Alpha Fox had anything to do with this bill. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I posted a couple of videos. I got 5 views, right? But if we look at the original,
Occasionally host drag queen story times. These kinds of events don't differ much from the kind of work I did.
let me see if I can find the original of this, because normally it gives you a link to the original. It's been a while since I've used you on an episode, so I'm trying to find out what is the percentage of transgender or drag queens in the United States in comparison to the population.
All right, pulling up the latest stats on that. So, as of late 2025, closest solid data we've got, about 1% of folks aged 13 and up in the US identify as transgender. That's roughly 2.8 million people, with adults at around 0.8%, over 2 million, and teens hitting 3.3%. It's higher among younger crowds, but overall, tiny slice of the population.
All right, so that's all that we have for today. I'd like to thank you if you've watched the channel for this long. Truly do appreciate you. If you click like and subscribe up there, click that face, and that's how you join the channel. The shorts I'm gonna be doing are gonna be completely, entirely separate from videos. They'll be covered in a different format on the Ochano Shorts channel, and the Ochana's channel will be this format that you just saw, like that. Hopefully it's under 9 minutes, because I don't want to do any videos over 9 minutes. Just keep it short and sweet. Anyways, have a good day. Catch you in the next one.